What's up, guys? Jay, T&J Performance, out here on a nice, beautiful, hot Florida day. It's like 84, 85 degrees, partly cloudy. It was supposed to rain, but it didn't. I just want to do a quick video today on two things. First, this thing, as you can see, there's a can of PB Blaster there. The motor, I turned it over by the belts and the fan, and I was able to crack the motor free, so it moved side to side. I didn't want to rock it any more than that because, like I said, from what I can tell, the truck's been sitting at least 8 to 11 years. So what I did was I pulled all the plugs and I shot PB Blaster down all the cylinders just to give it some lubrication, so it could sit and maybe try to break up a little bit of the rust on the top of the pistons if there is any. The good thing about it is it has a full-length dual exhaust, so for moisture to creep up all the way through there, it would take quite a while, but you never know. So what I did is I shot PB Blaster down all the cylinders. I pulled all the plugs. They all look brand new. They're NGKs. The only one I saw that was bad was number 1. Doesn't look like it's firing. It's just black from excess fuel. Doesn't look like it has spark. So my guess is I'm going to do a compression check when I get the motor to turn over. And I'm pretty sure that cylinder's dead, but we won't know until I get it to turn over. Like I said, I still have to drill out the ignition. It's just a process, and I'm not really into it right now, but I wanted to do that and let you guys know, if you do come across a motor that's been sitting, or if you buy something from the junkyard that's been pulled and it's been sitting, and you want to make sure it turns over. You don't want to turn it over dry. Always pull the plugs, shoot some PB Blaster or whatever you use to lubricate whatever bolts and nuts you try to take off. WD-40, krill oil, PB Blaster. I like PB Blaster. I also take it before I start it, and I'll throw some down the throttle body as well, just a couple of sprays, just to lubricate the top end of the motor a little bit, to get it to go into the valves and stuff, so to try to prevent it from starting up dry up there, because it's dry up there. It's been sitting so long. So I think the next thing is I'm going to drill the lock cylinder out and put a new ignition in it, do a crank relearn procedure on it. I'll show you guys how to do that, and see if the motor turns over with a battery. I'm pretty sure it's going to have spark. Like I said in the other video, it's a GM, and it's basically an HEI, but the coil is external, so that there's going to be no issue with that. So yeah, that's about it. As soon as I get it to turn over and I know it's good, I'll throw the compression gauge on that cylinder and see if it's got compression. If it does, we're good. Then we can diagnose it further why that cylinder isn't firing. But could be a wire, could be it could be a spark, no fuel issue, but I'm not sure. I'm guaranteeing the motor had a miss, and that's why this truck was parked and traded in. So, but we'll see. But on to the next part of the video. As you guys know, I'm doing that short bed truck, so I wanted to show you guys the difference between, I'm converting it from, it was a work truck front end, which I have right here, and as you can see, it has the headlight buckets for the work truck, but all the core supports also have the bolt holes right there, and there's one behind here for the sealed beam lights, the one-piece plastic or whatever they are, the Silverado lights. So that's what's going in this truck. So what I did was I got another donor harness. This was the harness. Oh! Sounded like just like I had an accident. Somebody just rear-ended somebody. This is the donor. This was the harness that was in the work truck. You can see that's the plug that goes into the main harness, into the firewall. And then you got your for your washer squirters, your headlights, turn signals, horn, turn signals, your ground, your headlights. That's the work truck harness. So you can see the plug's totally different, but the plug that plugs into the harness is the same thing. So on the sealed beam harness, or the Euro light harness, whatever you want to call it, the Silverado harness, this is the plug that goes into the firewall, and this is your airbag plug that's on the Yukon harness, because the work truck didn't have an airbag. The Yukon harness does. So that's that. Washer squirter, ground, ground for your lights, And then we have here your marker lights, your headlight, your side marker light, and your high beam and low beam. So you can see there, they have cut. There's 2 extra wires on here, right here and right here. Same on this side. It got damaged in the accident, so I have to repair this one turn signal socket. It would look like that. But that's a headlight, and that's a headlight, and that's your side marker light. Here's your airbag plug that goes into the front of the bumper. And that might be ambient temp sensor for the mirror. And I'm gonna guess, I'm not sure what the other plug is off the top of my head. So yeah, so that's the difference between the 2 harnesses now that they're both mixed up together and you can't tell which is which. But basically, it's a plug and play deal. If you go to the junkyard, it's really easy to take out. It runs right along the bottom of the core support, up the driver's side of the core support, over to the driver's side fender, down the driver's side fender, and right into the main harness. So it's easy to take apart. And like I said, the only difference is you get the high beam and the low beam harness. It's really easy to do instead of trying to wire it yourself. I mean, it's easy to wire the work truck harness to make that stuff work, but I like the factory look, and I like everything the way it should be, and everything plug and play, no issues. So that's the route we're going with this truck. So yeah, as I get the harnesses installed, I will keep you updated. I should be back working on it tomorrow. Had a bunch of shit to do around the house for the old lady while she's home, so I did that, and now it's back on the truck. I gotta drop the fuel tank out of it because I want to put a new Delphi pump and filter in it, so when I know it goes back together, there won't be any fuel issues. Basically everything on the truck's gonna be brand new, guys. There's a windshield for it right there, brand new. So yeah, as I come across more stuff, and if I think about it, I'll post it. But yeah, so that's the difference between the work truck harness and the Silverado harness, or the harness that has the dual quad lights, high beam and low beam. If you want to convert it, I suggest you go to the junkyard and yank your harness. They're going to charge you like 25 bucks for it. Way cheaper than going to buy everything to build the harness. I mean, you need, you're better off just taking it out and doing it the right way. That way all the factory grounds are there and stuff. So yeah, guys, that's it today. Quick video. Wanted to show you that, let you know what's going on with the Limited. Hopefully soon we will be firing this thing up, or at least hearing it crank anyway, and seeing what's going on with it. And then if I can get it to crank, like I said, I'll do a compression check on the motor, see where we're at, and we'll go from there. If the motor's shot, I'm probably gonna LS swap it. I have a 6.0 and a 4L80 transmission up the street. I actually have 2 of them, so 2 6.0s and 2 4L80s. So that's what will go in here, and we'll go from there. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. More OBS stuff coming, and I'll talk to you later.